A very good afternoon to you. This is TV Sapientia on Star Times Channel 260. Today is Thursday, the 6th of March 2025. My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has stated its commitment for the conduct of by-elections in Anambra South Senatorial District, Onitsha North 1 constituency, as well as the Anambra State governorship election. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC) has confirmed 506 Lassa fever cases and 95 deaths across the country. The Anambra State government has issued a 2-week ultimatum to roadside traders operating near the newly constructed Ekulobia flyover to relocate or face severe sanctions. And the Rivers State House of Assembly has given Governor Siminalayi Fubara 48 hours to submit a new list of commissioner nominees. Now the details of the news. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has stated its commitment for the conduct of by-elections in Anambra South Senatorial District, Onitsha North 1 constituency, as well as the Anambra State governorship election. The resident electoral commissioner (INEC) in Anambra State, Dr. Queen Elizabeth Agu, made the announcement during a press briefing held at the INEC office in Oka. Dr. Agu said the dates for the by-elections in Anambra South Senatorial District and Onitsha North Constituency 1 will be announced in due course, and the Commission will provide a level playing ground for all the political parties that will participate in the 3 elections. As the People's Democratic Party (PDP) closes the sale of its 40 million naira expression of interest and nomination forms for the upcoming Anambra State governorship election, reports indicate that no aspirant has stepped forward to purchase the forms. The party initially scheduled the sale of forms between February 24 and March 5, with a March 7 deadline for submission. The Anambra State PDP governorship primary is set for April 5. An insider in the party who spoke to our correspondent on condition of anonymity revealed that aspirants are avoiding the PDP due to internal crisis. The source noted that the ongoing leadership crisis had made aspirants hesitant to invest in the platform. He said no aspirant has purchased the PDP Anambra State governorship nomination forms, even as at Tuesday, the 4th of March 2025, and even as the deadline for submission of the forms approaches on March 7th. He further explained that the turmoil affecting state chapters, zonal bodies, and national organs has eroded confidence in the party's ability to conduct a fair primary. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has confirmed that the Anambra State governorship election will be held on Saturday, November 8, 2025. Special masses and services were held yesterday in various churches to mark the commencement of the Lenten season, otherwise known as Ash Wednesday. Preaching a sermon to mark the event at St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Oguta Road, Odapo, Onitsha, a Catholic priest, Reverend Father Dr. Pascal Onwugbenu, said Lent is a time for deep spiritual reflection, repentance, and renewal that involves prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Reverend Father Pascal Onwugbenu called on the faithful to reflect on their lives, seek reconciliation with God and their fellow men, draw closer to God, forsake sin, and embrace a life of holiness. He also encouraged greater participation in church activities, including daily masses, retreats, and the Stations of the Cross. The Catholic priest challenged Christians to ensure that the virtues they cultivate during this Lenten period extend beyond Easter and after, saying that the acts of charity, drawing closer to God, and efforts at reconciliation should continue even after Easter and beyond. He further urged Christians to also detach themselves from material excesses, sins, and other unwholesome habits. even as they abstain from food during the Lenten season. Highlight of the event was the marking of ashes on the foreheads of the faithful. 2 people have been confirmed dead after a 3-story building collapsed in the Lekki area of Lagos State yesterday. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASIMA, has also reported that 6 additional individuals were rescued. Olufemi Oke Osayin-Tolu, the permanent secretary of LASIMA, stated that the cause of the collapse has not yet been determined as investigations are ongoing. According to him, 2 male adults were recovered from the rubble, while the six injured persons, all male, have been taken to Marina General Hospital for treatment. Oke Osayin-Tolu confirmed that the agency has deployed its search and rescue team to the scene. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, has confirmed 506 Lassa fever cases out of the 2,492 suspected cases of the disease and 95 deaths across the country. The situation report of the hemorrhagic fever for week 8 also showed that the disease has spread to 12 states and 70 local government areas with a case fatality ratio of 18.8%. The confirmed cases were reported in Ondo 160, Bauchi 122, Edo 88, Taraba 80, Ebonyi 15, Kogi 14, Gombe 11, Plateau 7, Benue 5, Nasarawa 2, Delta 1, and Cross River 1. Lassa fever, a disease that spreads during the dry season in Nigeria, is spread by the common African rat, also known as the Mastomys rat species. The Anambra State Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, has issued a 2-week ultimatum to roadside traders operating within the vicinity of the newly constructed Ekulobia flyover, asking the traders to relocate to the alternative marketplace provided by the state government along the same road. The governor gave the warning while on an inspection tour of the area yesterday. He requested interested traders to approach the Agwata local government area headquarters to register free of charge, adding that the move is aimed at easing traffic congestion, safety hazards, and improving the overall aesthetics of the newly completed structure. Governor Soludo stated that the Anambra State government cannot allow the urban landscape to be marred by unregulated trading activities that pose safety risks and undermine the project's integrity. The Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIAC, has fixed August 9, 2025 as the date for conducting a fresh local government election in the state. The Chief Electoral Commissioner, Justice Adolfo Senebeli, retired, announced this at a stakeholders meeting yesterday. This followed the Friday judgment of the Supreme Court, which declared the local government election conducted in the state on October 5, 2024 as invalid. On Sunday, the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara assured the people of the state that his administration will implement the Supreme Court verdict after carefully reviewing its certified true copy, or CTC. Fubara stated that civil servants would oversee affairs at the 23 local government areas of the state until fresh elections are conducted by the State Electoral Commission. A Catholic priest in Kaduna State, Reverend Father Sylvester Okechukwu, who was kidnapped by bandits in the Kaura local government area on Tuesday night, has been killed by his abductors. The deceased was until his death the priest in charge of St. Mary's Catholic Church, Tachira, in the local government area. The Chancellor of the Catholic Diocese of Kafanchan, Reverend Father Jacob Chanet, confirmed the sad incident in a statement yesterday. He said the late priest was kidnapped from his home at about 9 p.m. on Tuesday, March 4, 2025, and was later killed in the early hours of yesterday. He said that the reason for the brutal murder of the priest remained unknown. The statement described the late priest as a selfless servant of God who was dedicated to spreading the message of peace, love, and hope, noting that his death has left a deep void in the diocesan community. The clergy called on youths and community members to remain calm and steadfast in prayer, warning against any act of lawlessness in the face of the unforeseen incident. Also, the police authorities in Kaduna State confirmed the incident. The command spokesperson Mansi Hassan told newsmen that officers of the command have been deployed to the area and to the neighboring communities to arrest the masterminds of the murder of the priest. The late priest was born on December 11, 1980 and was ordained a priest of the Catholic Church on February 11, 2021. This was not the first time Father Okechukwu had been kidnapped. In December 2022, he was abducted from St. Anthony's Catholic Church in Fadankono, Kaura local government area, but was released after 3 days in captivity. The Rivers State House of Assembly has given Governor Siminalayi Fubara 48 hours to submit a new list of commissioner nominees. The Assembly, led by the Speaker, Martin Amehule, accused Fubara of unlawfully swearing in 10 commissioners without legislative screening and confirmation, alleging a violation of the Constitution. The lawmakers also claimed that the governor made several other appointments into offices requiring Assembly approval before assumption of duty. Among the alleged infractions, the Assembly cited the appointment and swearing in of Dagogo Iboroma as Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice without prior legislative confirmation. The lawmakers urged Governor Fubara to comply with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution and other laws governing the state. To end the Sapientia news at 1 p.m., a recap of the major headlines. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has stated its commitment for the conduct of by-elections in Anambra South Senatorial District, Onitsha North 1 constituency, as well as the Anambra State governorship election. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has confirmed 506 Lassa fever cases and 95 deaths across the country. The Anambra State government has issued a 2-week ultimatum to roadside traders operating near the newly constructed Ekulobia flyover to relocate or face severe sanctions. And finally, the Rivers State House of Assembly has given Governor Siminalayi Fubara 48 hours to submit a new list of commissioner nominees. That was the Sapientia news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.